important it deserves a round of applause. Let's give ourselves a round. That feels good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. Applause to a speaker is like to a yoga artist. But seriously, we have achieved something. And in case you're wondering what we're clapping about, I'll tell you in a few minutes. So just sit tight. Our objectives are really important. But what I want to tell you is a short story. One day last September, wearing an outfit quite similar to this one, as a matter of fact, I stood up here relieved to be ending my term as club president. I haven't sold that to anybody before. I was quite relieved that my term of service in that position had come to a close, because this time last year, under my leadership, the club was in jeopardy. In fact, at this time last year, we had some dark days where we couldn't fill an agenda. There were people here doing 2 or even 3 roles just so that we could execute the night's program. But I'm very happy to say that those days are behind us. And in my speech last September, I talked with the members here that night, on that night. And we kind of came to a consensus that the reason we come, the reason we show up here at Toastmasters is to get better. We want to get better. We want to be better speakers. We want to be better individuals. We want to be better students. We want to be better professionals. We want to get better. And that's what we agreed to last September. Now today is a very different day. This year, things look great. This year, our organization is in a very different place. This year, we are achieving things. This year, we're Toastmasters. I'm still not going to tell you what we've achieved. But we are acting and behaving a lot more like the Toastmasters organization from around the world. This club is becoming distinguished. This club and its members, we are making a difference in our own lives and in the lives of the other members who come here every single week. In fact, this year, it's hard to get on the agenda, and it's rare that somebody has to do 2 things. This is a good time for our club. In fact, I had the good fortune today, thank you, I had the very good fortune today to be speaking about something that has already been spoken about tonight. And it relates to what we have achieved. But I'm still not ready to tell you what we have achieved. Okay. We've achieved something that I'll tell you a little bit about. But we have arrived at a milestone. How many of you have completed maybe your 8th project or more? 7th project, perhaps? Okay. How does it feel to be close? Brock, let me ask you this. How does it feel to be this close to finishing the Competent Communicator Manual?
I feel like I will be relieved.
Yes? When I was finishing the manual, I felt like I had arrived at something. Like there was an accomplishment for me. But most importantly, I felt, as many of you feel early in the program, like, wow, there's so much to do. Wow, there's so much I have to learn. I've got so many things to practice. I've given a lot of talks and speeches in my life. The milestone that we've reached is that the club has matured in a way that we are now measuring and managing ourselves. Let me give you this tip. Please take this home with you. If you don't measure it, you cannot manage it. Or said a different way, you can only manage things that you measure. You can only manage things that you measure. And these days, our club has a number of competent communicators. These days, we have people at all levels of the competent communications program. These days, we are measuring and managing our progress. This is a good thing. There is a catch, however. As we continue to implement activities like these, we no longer have gaps in our programming. We have ourselves a more organized, more effective organization, and individually we learn from this. In fact, now we have a system. We have a program. And here's the catch. This program does a great job of pushing us forward in the competent communication system. And that's excellent. I'm really happy to see us pushing up to the 10th program, the 10th speech project, and beyond. We are arriving. And as I spoke about this challenge that September day, I was hoping that we would arrive. I was just hoping we'd do it on my watch a year ago. These days, our system is moving us forward, but we have an opportunity to continue building on the essence of what Toastmasters is about. The Competent Communications series, building our techniques, developing our comfort level and skills, this is but one of the two major areas of focus for Toastmasters. And as I said, it is my good fortune that Gahan Bey brought this up earlier, because today we have an opportunity to move forward. We have achieved a great start for Toastmasters. We have achieved a great start for the Ankara Club. This time last year, as I said, I was concerned about the viability of our club. Just last month, another club in Ankara was suspended. Last year, that could have been us. But it's not. And this club has been in operation since 1996. As you know, we celebrated our 800th meeting recently, an event that I was quite surprised and enjoyed by. We have now, 800 meetings later, arrived at a great place to start. And since we are operating effectively, using the Toastmasters system and executing the Competent Communication series, it's time for us to think about the second half. What we have arrived at is a place where we can start looking ahead at the leadership development program, not just the speech communications, not just communications, because that's only half of the program. That's half of Toastmasters. We've got that down. I think by all measures, we can say that this club is a success this year under this leadership team using these systems. We all know that things fluctuate, but this is a good place to be, because now we can add this to our focus. We can move forward and achieve leadership lessons that are part of our speech lessons. We can achieve personal growth in areas of time management, in areas of analysis, in listening skills. We can take these things anywhere we go. And this group of people, the clue was either his laugh or actually, I'll tell you that I can see the screen reflected in the mirror right here. So this group of people is in a really good position to develop leadership skills and to take themselves forward and take the club with it. I said that things that aren't measured can't be managed. One part of the Distinguished Club program is the number of people arriving at the Competent Leadership Manuals, completing the first set of requirements in those. We are about to have a couple of people that have done that. We have to systematize that. We have to get ourselves to focus on that half. How many of you, don't raise your hands please, how many of you have forgotten where your competent leadership manuals are? Dig them out, find them, crack them open, and start tracking your progress. What you measure can be managed. That is your measurement tool. That is my measurement tool. Ironically, today I couldn't find mine. And I had it while I was preparing this. So I think it's at my office. The point is that what this group of people and this group of people have achieved over the last 9 months or so since that talk in September is this. We've achieved an opportunity. So ladies and gentlemen, I charge you today, as I charge myself, the way we talked last September. And that is that we have something to accomplish. We can do it. We will feel great about ourselves. Imagine yourself arriving at that point where you have confidence in what you're doing outside of Toastmasters because of what you do inside of Toastmasters. Think about that. Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster.